Hello, everyone. Welcome to Albert Park, Melbourne, then for round 3 of the World Championship. And we are here tonight, then, in historic Australia, that is, of course. And luckily, you don't have to get up too early to watch this one in ALR. The track has been adapted over the last couple of years. As they've taken out 2 turns, the turns, famous turn 10 and 11 is now it's now changed completely. It is now more of a flat out part of the circuit then as well, of course, which adds an extra DRS zone around here as well. It's going to be 4 DRS zones, so I think it's the most on all the Formula 1 calendar. Golly gosh, so a lot of overtaking I'm expecting here tonight then. Of course, let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors before we get into the proper action then. And it is Percy who leads the early leader in the World Championship then. A very slender margin from German, who is currently second at the moment then, with Sam Swift, Ninja, of course, the defending champion, in third. Troy, a strong start for Troy this season in fourth, as with his teammate Kez in fifth position. The Haas team as a whole have had a pretty superb package so far. Toy Coin in sixth position, and very unlucky after being clouted out earlier on in the last race for Toy Coin, but hoping to home to get himself back on the podium here tonight. Then we got seventh edition is Boxed Out. A good podium last time as well. Legends, great start to his campaign as well. Great seventh edition there. Brabbit, the former silver champion in ninth edition, Equals in 10th one with Kaz in 11th. Then on 2 points, Mr. Ranger Board. Chappers on 2 points, and Delando on 1 along with Nosey. Gamer, Cam, Cooper, Immortal, and Mag have all not scored yet, unfortunately, in the Drivers' Championship, but they've got plenty of time, of course. The longest season in ALR history this season. Goodness gracious me. Constructors' Championship, then the Haas team lead the way, of course. It's the consistency of, it's been the superb consistency so far of Keza and Troy leads the way there with the Aston Martin team currently second on there. Now, not too far behind is, of course, the Kick Sauber in the third position. Williams are currently in fourth position. Then we got Red Bull, followed by RB in fifth and sixth position. Then 10 points for the Alpine team, 4 points for the defending constructors champions Ferrari, 1 point for McLaren, and Mercedes yet to get off the marker, unfortunately. Unfortunately for the Brackley-based team then. And the reserve championship, of course, the New Year's championship that has been added this season. It's Speed Car with some impressive performances in, not 100%, sorry, in, of course, bronze and silver championships, of course. If you're reserved for gold or silver or bronze, then, of course, this, and 100%, then this, of course, is a part of the, then you get the points on, but of course, Speed Kai won in 100% because he's not reserved, then those 25 points does not go to his account for the reserve, so you get a cut on my jib. MHD in second position, and third position is Nameless, and Nameless hoping to jump up the order as well of a reserve appearance tonight in gold then. So far I've had 12 reserve drivers, which in 3 weeks, not good. In the joint constructors, quite a low scoring joint constructors, and RP leads the way with Alpine in second, and Mercedes in third position, and it's very low scoring. Remember, it's 25 points or 26 points max for a Grand Prix win. And after about 6 races in the joint constructors, then it's only RB on, I think that's 49 points. So very low scoring indeed then, golly gosh. Aston Martin are in fourth position, and the Williams team are currently on 34 points along with the Haas team. 33 for the Red Bull team, Kick Sauber in 8th position on 22. 12 for Ferrari, and a horror show for McLaren. I think it's only Delando that's scored for McLaren so far out of all 6 drivers, which is not very good at all for the McLaren Mercedes team. 1 point after 6 races is pretty horrific, to say the least, isn't it? However, enough about that. Let's go on with the show, shall we? Hello to you, Ayrton. Not a bad race today. Sean. Oh, I loved it. Of course, being a Hamilton fanboy, it was quite emotional. It really was indeed. Then, of course. However, also, I think that just in general, because the races are always more spiced up when there's a bit of rain in the air as well. And of course, Coop invalidating his time right from the get-go. I should know something about invalidating my time after after the shenanigans that I faced myself on 100%. Which, by the way, actually. Evening all, have a good one. Hello to you, my teammate. Which could I be proud and say I'll finish in front of Serious Mushroom in 100%? Not really, because let's be honest about it. Serious Mushroom had no sound and was still quicker than me. So there we go. I'm not really sure what to make of that. To be fair, maybe I should just retire and not come back then. I think that would probably be a lot of drivers would probably be happy about that. Albeit, said that they probably would be because they would because then they'll be last and not me. Rio, Ashton, Arby, hello all, good evening to you, Ashton. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday indeed, and I hope you enjoyed the Grand Prix. I hope you all enjoyed the Grand Prix, actually, it was really good indeed. A couple of drivers out on circuit moment, but we're only focusing on Cooper at the moment because he's the only driver taking it seriously and on the slick, soft tyres, and everyone else on the intermediate tyres, which technically in the real world of Formula 1 is actually illegal, I think, isn't it? Because you're only allowed to go on it, you're allowed to go onto inters or wets when the track has been deemed as slippery or something like that. Over the far turn and going for another bite of the cherry now. This circuit, then 14 turns around the circuit course. It was modified back in 2022. I prefer the old layout. Coop once again back end trying to step out for the Aston Martin car, but kept on it nonetheless. Going up into turn 3, the Brundle turn, most famous, one of the most famous turns on the circuit. Coop's back end has really got a problem now. So I'm in the car because that back end is just trying to overtake the front, trying to swap ends on every possible opportunity here, which is not ideal for Coop, is it? We've got 28 laps around this circuit, 29 laps around this circuit to come up tonight, And Coop's setup is less than desirable. Let's see, it may help in qualifying trim, but so not going to help the setup in the races. That's not going to help the tyre performance in the races. 44,444, goodness me, 44 is the number of the day, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. But Cooper in car 70, it's not going to be interesting at all, is it? Is that coming up into the final stages of the lap as well. This turn here, whoa, it's turn 11 now. Used to be turn 13 now. It's a bit of a right angle corner. It's quite frustrating for me. Turn 12 and very fast, the right-handed into one of the slowest corners on the circuit, 13, and out of it into 14. You need a good run out of here for the start, finish straight, and for the fourth DRS zone of the circuit. Or is it the first DRS zone of the circuit? I have no idea. Yeah, but yeah, no setup shown, so still a great job. To be fair, that was just failing to prepare to fail. Chappers has gone faster so far. Chappers good race last time out in Jeddah. Of course, a lot of chaos as well in Jeddah, but Chappers certainly kept his all wheels pointing in the right direction. Good stuff indeed. Delando has done a 20.6 so far, but that was not on slick tyres. It's only two time runs. But as far as yeah, you know what I mean. so just watching Jefferson come back into the pit lane. Ham is the GOAT. Dan Martin is saying that ham equals sandwich. And yes, I also agree with both those statements. It was great to see Hamilton win. I think was he he's the first driver to with over 300 starts to win a Grand Prix, which I found an absolutely fascinating stat. Impressed them did that, but yeah, it was a really good race indeed, of course. Being a Hamilton fanboy, I was loving it. I must admit, I did think that Verstappen was going to happen as soon as he passed Norris. Interesting stuff, and I'm surprised that McLaren did go for medium tyres. You know, I really thought that they would have just gone for medium, because Oscar Piastri was pretty quick on those mediums, wasn't he? Watching Chappers then just crawl back into the pit lane now then. So have we got any milestones here tonight then, I hear you ask? Don't think so. We've got driver Norton making a 121st start. We've got Troy making a 104th start. We've got German making a 105th start. Goodness gracious me. But no satisfying round numbers here tonight then. There's an 83rd start for Percy. For example, we've got Sam Swift Ninja making his 17th Grand Prix start, already a champion and one of the quickest champions in ALR history, which is superb stuff indeed. Lando's Fort says, Masuris Mushroom in regards to the medium tyre. I'm not sure if it's McLaren's fault as well, you know, because I think McLaren given the option, maybe McLaren should have been a bit more forthright potentially. I don't know. But as I found out on Wednesday, it's tough being a Grand Prix driver. Of course, not only did I get a 3-second penalty after one lap, I think I had 4 corners. I think I got it around here. And then I also got a drive-through penalty as well. Serious Mushroom was absolutely livid with me. I have no doubts about that. And to be fair, to me, why did I get that drive-through penalty? I wasn't concentrating. I was deciding on where to come into the pits or not. So there we go. Obviously, you know, I can't do two things at once, which means that these drivers are even more impressive than what they already are. So fantastic indeed. And also, I thought I was doing a good job as well, actually, but then I heard on the stream from Alexander that Vintage had wing damage, and I think Don of the Dons also had 28 lap old medium tyres, and I was like, oh blimey. So I wasn't even quick at all, really. So there you go. But I suppose every championship, every Grand Prix needs a Tarso Marquez or a UGE date, and I'm certainly fulfilling that role. Probably the worst McLaren driver in F1 history. I think I might take that. Brabbit goes second fastest. Certainly not the worst driver in ALR history by a long shot. Brabbit, silver champion, and now starting to really cut the mustard in gold as well. I do have good feeling in my waters for Brabbit this season. Equal's a Grand Prix winner as well. Of course, multiple Grand Prix winner in silver, a Grand Prix winner in gold as well from a few seasons back then. But they were the new best tyre overall. But they knew that the Meads were the best tyre overall. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a strange decision for me because I think Hamilton only had new softs left, didn't he? Toy Coin goes fast on 15.5. Toy Coin very much the qualifier of the show so far. just on board Delando. Of course, the former bronze champion, now in gold. Then, of course, he's been flirting with the gold championship for the last couple of seasons. He has now made the step up and going fifth fast as well. Delando is a good job indeed. And there's a Haas in the background, also about to start their lap. Then been immortal on the time run there. Nameless, of course, Mercedes driver last season, has done 11 starts. And Percy going second fastest. And Nameless, of course, in the Ferrari tonight then, and reserving for X Gamer, I believe. Then teammate Kaz then is up into second fastest. Nameless goes full fastest. Remember, one of the new rules in this season, which might contribute to the reason why there's so low scoring, such low scoring going on in the joint constructors. Reserves cannot score for constructors championship, so that is so you need to get so that is one of the things you need to be mindful of. So what if Nameless scores tonight? Then he will only get for example, if he goes fourth. If he scores, if he finishes fourth in the race today, that'll be 12 points on Nameless's account there for the reserve championship. But not those 12 points do not get factor into the joint constructors or the constructors in gold. Main reason for that is because it's probably a bit unfair. Teams that are having drivers that constantly missing, but yet are still getting points. Then, but you know that was the fault of the admins. That was the fault of me as well. On board with Lando Norris, or is this Cam? I think this is Cam in the McLaren Mercedes. There he flew. Flutters past me now. Going seven faster as Keza there. Of course, Keza won this Grand Prix last year, didn't he? We'll take a look back at yesteryear for the Grand Prix here last year. A very interesting Grand Prix as well. And was there a bit of rain in the air? Well, it's certainly beautiful sunny skies in Albert Park at the moment, isn't it? And of course, Australia will return to its rightful place on the calendar in the real order Formula 1 in 2025, as it is back to the first race of the season, which it should be the first race of the season. It's tradition, isn't it? And of course, you cannot miss a tradition, can you? What's Cam going to do then? Cam there just, there's a Red Bull just to the left of us, right of us there. Getting out of the way there. Of course, like the streaming and all that kind of stuff, it does wonders. Unfortunately for Cam, in bad their time and going wide as well. And German, whoa, locking up the inside front tyre. But German, the former world champion in the kick Sauber, going full fasting. German has got a different team at Mr. Raging Bull not in tonight. So German is the only driver eligible for the kick Sauber to score. It's Menace, and who is going to be out on circuit, who is out on circuit, making his fifth Grand Prix start. As German there doing a very unusual spin there. Goodness gracious me, of course, Kim Räikkönen had an unusual spin there in 2004, didn't he, when his car packed up. Of course, that McLaren at the beginning of the season was not a very good car. It's not a very good car, was it? The 2004 McLaren. I think it won the Belgian Grand Prix, didn't it? But unfortunately, that was overshadowed when Michael Schumacher won his 7th championship there. My goodness gracious me, time flies when you're having fun. Here's Menace making his 5th Grand Prix start, and Menace has only been on the best result in gold. Has only been, I'd say only, because Menace does have quite a good record in other championships around the globe. Only third is best result in gold then, but I do put Menace as one driver, because I think if he really puts his mind to it, would definitely be a major factor in this one now. So just going not too wide at all. Actually, that's inch perfect there, out of 9 and 10 there. Plotters, evening Sean, evening everyone, good luck golf then, good evening to you my good sir. Of course, Plotters in the Silver Championship, got a podium in Bahrain, I think. I can't remember now, or was it Saudi Arabia? But Plotters a strong start indeed then, and more lock it up here, and I think that's German there, just really testing those tyres there, putting those tyres through their paces, haven't they? Menace across the line, full fastest, and is 2/10 of a second in front of German there. Now that's a statement of intent there for Menace there, and Troy goes fifth fastest, and the Super Swede, the former world champion as well. 4 champions on the grid this season, of course. We got Troy, we got German, we got Percy, and of course we got the latest champion in the form of Sam Swift Ninja. Only 11 fastest at the moment of Sam Swift at the moment. Might be looking over their shoulder. Coop had a bit of an adventurous opening lap there, didn't he? The Aston Martin driver going to stick with Geordie Boxstyle at the moment. Of course, one driver who's not a champion, which I really have to pinch myself to say that, because this man, in terms of stats, is so high up in the rankings there, isn't he? He's been second and he's been third twice in the championships, Boxstyle has. Of course, you don't deserve championships by your status, so you deserve championships by winning the championship. But I do feel that Boxstyle was so good last season. It just all went a bit awry, didn't it? Halfway through the season. Very interested to understand why that was, to be fair, for Boxtel. But Boxtel this season has not started as well as last season for Boxtel, but he is in the Red Bull and he got a podium last time out there. 22 rounds this season, of course, there. 22 rounds left, I should say, in this season there. So Boxtel, there's plenty of time then. This one's going to be a marathon and not a sprint, of course. Then. Out of 13, out of 14 for car 74. Then, of course, that's synonymous with Boxtel now, isn't it? Over the grid, Hatchins across the line, and Boxtel jumps up into 10th fastest there. And Boxtel might be a bit nervous there, looking over his shoulder. Once again, Chapper's looking a strong performer, isn't he? Good stuff indeed. Sam Swift is not happy with his first time run, so he's going to go around again, the world champion is. We're going to stick with Coop, though, as a couple of drivers are retiring from the session now because they're happy with their performance, happy with their time now. Coop across the line now, and he's going to go for another bite of cherry, but has not got much deployment here. Here comes the silver champion. Now, this is Mag, who I must say, it's been a difficult start there for the silver champion, hasn't it? Because over the years, we have seen a lot of these silver, not the silver drivers there, just, and bronze drivers as well, going up from bronze to silver and then silver to gold, has struggled sometimes to adapt to the championships, haven't they? I'm thinking of TK for one. I'm thinking of Jinner in bronze, and of course Fangio. I don't think Fangio won the silver championship actually, didn't he? But one driver that was pretty high up in terms of the pole position race. I think he's got the most pole position in ALR if you add pole positions across all championships. But unfortunately, Fangio just did not find the right groove in gold. Unfortunately, I think there's a couple of drivers in there as well. Of course, Brabbit, another driver, but hats off to Brabbit because I do feel. And Troy as well, remember, because Troy, when he first started in gold then, was not winning right from the get-go, but has restarted. But, of course, now he's won the greats of ALR. Oh, match off the circuit. Oh, goodness gracious me. Just get on that loud pedal, 2 months there, and Mancher has spun the car. Only less than a minute to go. That's, I think, Manch out of qualifying, you know, to be honest, because... he's got no deployment left, he's got no fuel left, and Madge is going to start 20th and last here in the Australian Grand Prix. That's not good at all there for Madge. He's going to be kicking himself there. Coop also in the pits as well, so I think we've already lost 2 drivers here. Maybe 3 actually, because look, Cam is invalidated their time, but they got half a minute to get around the circuit. So Legend starting their lap. Then Delando has only found 300,000 of a second there on his previous best time this, but his final sector, a quarter of a second improvement, jumps him up to 9th fastest. Boxtel and Keza are going to be nervously looking over their shoulder, I think, as is Sam Swift, actually. Sam Swift only down in 13th position there. On a lap now, let's see what Sam Swift can do. But, yeah, Keza and Boxtel might be concerned about that because there's some big hitters there. There's still left, and Cooper out qualifying, Maj out qualifying as well. Immortal goes up to 6th faster. That's moved Boxtel, Keza, and Sam Swift down the order then. That's not ideal. Cam's in the pits. Cam's had enough as well then, so we have lost 3 drivers in this session. What about Legends there? What about Knowles? Knowles is invalidated. Knowles is out of qualifying now. Knowles is down in 19th position, unfortunately. Now, what can Legends do then? Now, of course, the drivers have fallen by the wayside quite early in this qualifying 1 session. And that's going to save a lot. That might save the bacon for a lot of drivers out there. What about Sam Swift there is pushing still. Here comes Brabbit across the line. Brabbit is now up into 11th fastest. Sam Swift there is still carrying on. Then here's Legends as well. And it's going to be between Sam Swift and Legends. What about Kessler? No, Legends out of qualifying now. Couldn't improve by a tiny bit, but not enough. Sam Swift goes 9th fast in the end as well. Keza breathing a huge sigh of relief there. Legends out of qualifying along with Cam, Coop, and Olsey and Mag, unfortunately. All out of qualifying here then. Oof, dear, oh dear. A lot of drivers making mistakes there, spinning the car, making mistakes, or just invalidating their lap times there, which is certainly, I think let off Keza and Boxtel certainly. Sam Swift left it to the final whistle as well, but somehow, but of course, got a time on the board there, and Sam Swift there through into qualifying to comfortably in the end. Well, it's certainly a bit twitchy there at the end of that session, wasn't it? Toy Coin there passes there, which you wouldn't be surprised there because Toy Coin is an absolutely magnificent 1-lap qualifier, and also certainly becoming a major racer as well. Yeah, Madge's fastest time was on the intermediate tyres, which was not his real pace, I'm sure of it. No, but then, of course, if the rest of the grid, then 1.5 seconds separates 1st to 19th position. Redonkulous how tight this grid is. Knowlesy 19th, Coop in 18th position there. Nosey unfortunately validated his final run. Then Coop there, Duffy got a final run in as he made a mistake earlier on. Then Cam invalidated his last run, and Legends improved, but not by enough to get himself out of qualifying one, unfortunately, as we roll on into qualifying two. Oh. Right, as we roll on into qualifying two, we've now lost 3 minutes. We've lost 5 drivers, and this next session, then we're going to be losing. We're going to be forming up the grid 11th to 15th, and we're going to lose the next 5 slowest drivers. Of course, anyone who's not familiar with the qualifying format, that's the rules of the game, which of course much more interesting than what it used to be, where I think it was one-shot quality, wasn't it? I quite like the one-shot quality because I quite like seeing all the drivers what they do on the qualifying runs. There is really cool. So, of course, sometimes in this qualifying format or the old qualifying format, you never really got to see everyone. No, you never really got to see anyone then. As a German accelerates out of the pits now, and he's just on his way there. Oh goodness me, is the car really struggling there? Isn't it? That kicks out, but of course, German. I do feel that German. I think that there's a lot of excitement behind German's performances as of late, especially. Yes, great stuff, Moomin. Yeah. That's the problem then. To be honest, I think Forrest already said about you can see drivers there, a bit of camaraderie there. I'm not sure if that appeared on the stream actually. It probably did, to be fair, because you can see everything on my screen, which is not ideal. Oh dear, you did see it. Right, German then, of course, just on board now. There's a lot of excitement behind the Season 6 champion there. German has really started to find some pace. I feel like I do say this, especially the second half of the season. However, I think that German, though, is also, you just get the vibe that German is very much finding the sweet spot there. Already a Grand Prix winner this season. German now a 14-time Grand Prix winner, of course, one of the all-time greats as well, with 30 podiums. Last time in Jeddah, we had... I think we had Boxtel, German, and Troy on the podium, I believe. And goodness gracious me, 39 podiums for Boxtel, then it was 40 podiums for Troy, and 30 podiums for German. That's an incredible amount of podiums there, wasn't it, between those 3 drivers? Absolutely redonkulous stuff indeed. I apologise, my as we're on board German, my comments doesn't update. Oh dear. Right, anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Maybe I just need to get a new phone. Evening to you, Vintage. Hello to you, Vintage. As I was saying earlier on, Vintage is German's about it this time. I thought I was keeping pace with you at the 100%. However, Knowlesy informed me on the stream that you had wing damage, so I was only able to keep pace with you when you lost half your car. But I hope you're well, my good sir. We have also got Kiki. Evening to you all. Good evening to you, Kiki. Thank you very much, Camera Racer. Of course, for a $10 donation there. I need to clean my screen. Oh dear. Very good stuff indeed then. So we've also got COVID lap, pointless, Nosey not very well. Nosey seems to attract COVID, goodness me, more than I attract the cupcakes. So hopefully Nosey will be feeling better soon. And hats off to Nosey, because he sounded absolutely horrific in comms, and it's got a lot worse since then as well. As we've also got, this is why you need to turn notifications off, Nosey is saying. Yes, I probably should, to be honest, shouldn't I? Hang on, how do I do that? Do not disturb. Great. Equals goes into a 16-9 now. Also a bit of a happy wiggle as well. And Gary Neville is funny. I like Gary Neville. I never liked him as a football player. Goodness gracious me, he usually wound me up. But he used to wound me up. Then Kaz go in for fastest in the Ferrari at the moment. But then that's quickly been eclipsed by 3/10 a second by Menace Max, who is now just Menace. As Menace now faster, with Delando going at third faster. When there's a Mercedes in the background, the only Mercedes left in this qualifying session is AC Immortal, the first ever 100% champion. Of course, and also a Grand Prix winner in gold as well. Immortal is of course. Isn't it interesting how the 100% like differs to? Don't get me wrong. I didn't think I wasn't sold on 100%. I rather F2 personally, but isn't it interesting how like completely different the the disciplines island. Immortal, who was incredible form and 100% there, but in gold then hasn't lived up to the billing, has he, Immortal, hasn't it? But very interesting indeed, isn't it? Just shows how is Gurman doing his best Valtteri Bottas mower in impression there. Good stuff indeed there. A lot of grass around here, of course, that's the natural deterrent for drivers there, along with the invalidations there, which we've just seen from Keza and from Percy now, unfortunately. That is one of the major problems then, is around the circuit is track extending and of course invalidating. So that we've seen that we've seen a lot of drivers there having issues. Oh gosh, excuse me, having issues there on their last runs and in qualifying one there. So it's much up. 100% teaches you a racecraft, man. Well, to be honest, actually, 100% teached me how to drive an F1 car properly, as I was on my lonesome for most of the race. So, as we've got yellow flags there, don't worry about that. This is one of the Red Bulls getting out of the way. But no, as I said at the beginning of the stream, then I think that it shows how incredibly paced drivers are. Really impressive indeed, actually, because you don't. I think that sometimes, dare I say it, that sometimes. You don't appreciate how quick every driver in ALR is, to be fair. And then you've got a rookie like myself that steps in and thinks he's doing really well against Vintage, and actually Vintage has got half a car missing, so there we go. Chapper's doing a great job going up into second fastest. Really good stuff indeed there. Absolutely mega stuff. Keza just about to start his run as well. Percy has had issues there by the looks of things coming out of turn 4, and they're doing a lovely burnout there, but the Pirelli are going to be absolutely livid with that, I'm sure. Well, Pirelli probably won't be, because they've already been paid for their tyres, haven't they? Sleepy Shawnee, I am a bit, to be fair. Yeah, I'm quite. I must admit, I'm quite knackered there. So we've got a bit of grass there on Brabant's cam there, and knocked your headset up again. I know. It's because I wave my arms about when I'm talking, which is really annoying. I should just sit still or stand still or whatever. Whatever should do, or stand stead. Haha. Oh dear. Right, we got Brabant then, who is just into the final couple of turns. Of course, out of the first 3 races, then. What have we learned about this battery management is the question that is my mic a bit on the bliff now, is it? Brabant out of the final turn then and across the line. Love the helmet design there, going 7 fast indeed. I wonder if that might be a callback to Brabant being one of the big peddlers in silver. Oh goodness me, as Toy Coin doing his best Glock impression there. And of course everyone remembers the 2008 Grand Prix where Glock went skyrocketing there. And I think, and of course, I think he basically totaled his car, didn't he? And then, of course, one of the more infamous ones was, I think it was Valtteri Petrov, wasn't it? Valtteri? No, Vitaly, oh goodness, it was Petrov, the Russian driver. Of course, broke his steering column in the 2011 Malaysian Grand Prix as well. Learned nothing. Yeah, I don't learn anything, to be honest. So, that's what Rocket Lee said. He's learned nothing, but Rocket Lee, a bit like Toy Coin, was very quick in Saudi Arabia, but unfortunately didn't get much for his efforts, which is sad to say from the Toy Coin's point of view, and for Rocket Lee as well. But Rocket Lee are very, as that car, Troy's car jinking a bit weirdly there. That's very odd. And invalidated his time there, in doing so. That's odd there from Troy. Yeah, I must admit, I've learned nothing either, to be fair. But that's because I'm a mere mortal, unlike you superhumans there in the chat. Also in the chat and also on the circle as well. But I do think it makes qualifying and it makes the races more exciting now. Drivers have got more to think about. They cannot just go around. In circles, and which faces what I was doing on Wednesday. Of course, they also have to manage their car, manage the tyres, and it's very much their tire engineers, their electric engineers. Goodness gracious me, they're a what was it? Jack of all trades. That's the saying, isn't it? Nameless, and as you can see, lovely sunny skies here. My goodness gracious me! Nameless there. I think Coulthard crashed there in 2004 or 3 or 2 or 1. He did it in a McLaren one year. And I think Ricardo almost spun off there as well, didn't he? Nameless going 6 fast there. Even with that almighty surprising half spin there, I think. I must say, I think that that was a very good time, nonetheless, indeed. Then here comes Gurman now. Gurman now, just 6 minutes going. That's quite enough time, really, around here. Of course, these laps are quite quick around here. And well, talking quite quick, Gurman first driver into the 15s tonight then, and it's 4/10 of a second improvement on Keza there. Jack of all trades, master of none there. Serious Bush was saying that if that's me, you are 100% correct. Basically, I'm more of a jack of all really than anything like that then. Or you could probably... Hang on, am I not in a party? No, I'm not. People can hear me. That's not good, is it? Shocking behaviour indeed. 1 second whilst I get myself into the commentary box there. There we go. To be honest, what I was saying, what was I saying? I don't know. In my defence, I was so concentrated on looking for looking for the thumbnails that I forgot to get in the party. Shocking behaviour indeed. Right, as just watching Kaz and a bit of oversteering there, and then wasn't there? Of course, the car just wanted to go straight on them, but Kaz currently in a superb 6th position there. Can Kaz get some more points on the board then for the Ferrari? He's about to complete his lap now out to the final turn. Sam Swift, I think that's the Williams in front of us there. But start his lap. It is indeed. Then Kaz goes second fast on the second driver now in second driver now into the set 15s there. No, I meant that's the second short. To be honest, well, I didn't know the second part, but I'm pretty impressed. I got the first part right, to be honest. But let's be honest about it. Some of the sayings that I say is pretty appalling as well. Right, Percy Purple on the second split time now. Of course, the season 9 of World Champion coming into turn 11. Going a bit wide, then of course that outside curve then not doing too bad there for the drivers. And now locking up the inside tyre there for car 21, which I'm absolutely disgraced by because Percy has stolen my number. Of course, unfortunately, with so many drivers in ALR, everyone's going to you're going to have the same number as anyone else anyway. But Percy goes fast, and the third driver into the 15-6 is is this driver's ramping up their performance now? Is this the track ramping up their performance? I think it's a bit of both. I would say because I think the drivers are now very much getting into the swing of things as well, locking up the inside tyre, just like Percy did a few moments ago. Percy and Sam Swift are championship pretenders and head-to-headers last year, along with Boxtel. Is that going to be the same this season? It certainly feels like it's Sam Swift there, a fraction behind there, Percy and German at the moment. But it looks like it's game on there for qualifying 3. Golly gosh, fantastic. Boxtel's not set a res. Oh, and he still hasn't either because that's an invalidation there for Boxtel. 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Boxtel's really got to get his skates on now. Mortal then is 2/10 of a second up in the first split time. Then cut up into the second split time now for Immortal. 2/10 of a second up again then, but that is Purple. Look at that, and then change of direction there, and there's a car weaving just in front of us there. That's not ideal for when the Haas drivers. Goodness gracious me! I must say that might have been a bit distracting, but I suppose he was well out of Menace has gone at fastest there. Menace has never been on pole position in his career of ALR. Well, he might get that pole position tonight then, but of course this is not about pole position, this is about 11th to 15th. And out of the final turn there for Immortal coming up to the line, and Immortal goes third past. German is retired from the session, so I'm hoping he doesn't live to regret the tale of that one there. Or drops out of qualifying in another way. And there's a Keza then in 7th position at the moment. Oh gosh, I've just put myself in the eye, that's not good. Quells on a lap, Brabant there on a lap. Here's Boxer, this is the driver that I was concerned by because Boxer had issues there. But he's done a very good job of harvesting this lap, but only 7th fastest. I don't feel that is safe. I think anyone in the 15s is safe. Anyone who's 16 and lower, I don't think is safe. But Toy Coin on a 15-2 there. Troy is gonna get a good lap, one good lap in there. Troy currently down in 15th position. There is Troy then gets into the middle part of the lap. No, he isn't. He's at the end of the lap then. On board now with the former world champion there. One of the salvage drivers just pulling out the way now. Didn't see it as Menace who's currently second fastest at the moment there. Into the final turn now for Troy. What can Troy do? Currently in the drop zone is Troy along with Brabant, Equals, Delando, Nameless, and Chappers is on the fringes. Troy across the line goes 6th fastest. That should be safe bet. So I think anyone who's not Keza goes in to 9th fastest for Keza. Maybe the 15s may not be safe either, actually. There's me trying to be a big brain man, and I'm really not. Someone jumped up the order today. I'm not sure if they did or not. Boxer currently down in 10th position. He hasn't got enough time. Quells is frustrated about that. He's down in 11th position, and Equaz could be out qualifying here. Chapper's starting their lap then. Delando's starting his lap, and so is Brabham. So let's go on board Delando. Morsel's retired from the session. There's going to be some big names out of qualifying here, isn't there? There's going to be some tears, I think, among the drivers then after this one there. Delando's car really not stopping there, isn't it? Goodness gracious me, the car was just pulling to the apex there, isn't it? Now Delando coming in to 13 and 14, and Menace who is Menace then, of course, Cody second past one, and he's safe and sound. Delando's not safe at the moment, and cross the line, it's a 16, it's not enough, it's out of qualifying now. Boxall's in the pits, and Boxall can't do anything more. What about Brabham? And Nameless there is also on the circuit, as well, and out of the final turn then, and here comes Brabham, he's found half a second, he needs to find more time in the final sector, he doesn't find more time. Brabham out of qualifying, unfortunately. Equaz crawling back to the pits. What about Chappers and Nameless? Chappers is 2/10 of a second up. He needs to find more time. But that's not 2 million miles away. Chappers is looking strong in this qualifying session, isn't he? But look, what can he do in the final two corners here? A lot of lock there on the Williams and out to the final turn and going up to the grid hatches as well. Then for Chappers, can he get into the 15s? No, yes, he can, and he is through into qualifying two. A great final sector there for Chappers. Bogstow out of qualifying now, along with Delando, Brabham, and Equaz at the moment. And what about Nameless? And I think the Cars is just Nameless's teammate for tonight, and it's gone up into third fast. Cars underline his performance as well. Out of the final turn there for Nameless. Nameless's target time is a 15.9. Then has he done enough? Yes, Nameless is through to qualify, and Chappers, oh my goodness me, heartbreak for Chappers, out of qualifying there after a superb final run there. Chappers down in 11th position, and Nameless has snuck through into qualifying free for the Ferrari. Chappers unfortunately out of qualifying there after missing out by the minutest of margins here. Wow. Well, that was an incredible end to qualify now, wasn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed. Chappers, oh my goodness me, what a great end that was. Williams, Williams top 10, nice. Oh, never mind. As unfortunately, Serious Mushroom there, of course, was happy until he wasn't there. Unfortunately for the Williams team there. All right, out of qualifying then is Chappers, Boxtow, and then Delando, Brabham, and Equaz. And Boxtow, the shock for me, then that's not ideal at all for Boxtow, down in 12th position there. And Chappers, goodness gracious me, so close, wasn't it? There, what an incredible final up there for Chappers. But then Nameless beat him to the punch there, and and they got himself in the top 10. Boxtow, that was the best lap he can do. So Boxtow then. Struggling for one lap pace, but luckily for Boxtow, the points is scored in the race. Boxtow just really slow. Is that this circuit dependent Boxtow? And to the which actually, let me quickly remind you about last season's pole position time for Australia. Of course, this is our 11th. This is our 11th. Yeah, I wouldn't say so either, Serious Russian. I wish I was as quick as Boxtow. I wish I could get into 2 seconds of Boxtow. Maybe even 3 seconds. So Australia, this is the 11th round of the Australian Grand Prix. Sam Swift Ninja, of course, has got the lap record around here, which was set last year. I'm wondering if we can break that again this season potentially. Keza. Well, last year season, and of course, Toy Coin got a pole position of a 1:16.375. I expect that to probably be broken tonight. Then, as we're already into the 15s already, then, so we could have the fastest all-time lap around here, which would be fantastic stuff indeed. Then, so yeah, that is last season's pole position time, but we're already into the 15s, so I expect that to. I expect that to be. I expect that, of course, to be very much broken here tonight. Then. So out on second one is Kaz as a top 9 shootout because Lucas Percy, there was some shenanigans in the final turn in Saudi Arabia, wasn't there, between Troy, Lucas Percy, of course, and Percy got a Q3 ban there, of course, which was deemed by the stewards. I don't think all the drivers was too satisfied with that. I think Troy was a bit disgruntled by it, but of course, those are the breaks. And then, of course, stewards' decision is the final decision. Stewards is the final decision, but it's still technically penalty because I think Percy's in the carbon fibre zone. But let's see how that one plays out, shall we? Why has Percy retired ban? Yes, indeed, Sir Mushroom. Percy's got a qualifying ban for being a naughty driver in the final stages of Saudi Arabia. Never mind answered. Yes, I'm on the ball for once. I'm on the ball. Over the line as well. Let's go on board with Kaz, shall we? Kaz in the Ferrari there. A strongish start to the season for Kaz there. Got 4 points last time in Saudi Arabia. He should have got more in Bahrain, but it was involved in the turn one shenanigans there. But Kazlo's been quick, hasn't he? Very good stuff indeed there. By the way, if you just joined the stream, then do the old like, the thumb thing. Hit the thumbs up. That's what I'm trying to say. And of course, it helps us out immensely as well. We also like to see if we can get to 600 subscribers as well, which would be absolutely superlative stuff indeed. We're just watching Kaz just going up into the very fast kinks of the middle sector now. DRS right on the money. I didn't even hear a beep there. That's how quickly Kaz is on it. Kaz, all these drivers know exactly where the DRS zones are. They don't really need to be told where they are. It's all there. 43 of 9, I think that was in the second split time for the Ferrari driver. Up into the final sector. And they're just now coming into, we've got yellow flags in front of us. It is Kaz's teammate, Nameless on an outlap from now. I wonder if Nameless might give Kaz a lovely old slipstream here. Enjoyed this on board lap with Kaz then, as German's gone fastest there, but German at that time is not very competitive there from the kick Sauber. This time is competitive, it was 16-0, but I'm wondering, Serious Russia, is that on used tyres? Of course, Mushroom is the tyre master. Across the line there comes Menace Max. Menace Max is by their time as well. So they're all falling by the wayside at the moment, as is Sam Swift then. 8 minutes ago in this qualifying session there. Oh dear, oh dear. Immortal's going to set the second time on the board then, and that is pole position so far by 300 of a second away from Kaz at the moment, who is currently fastest driver out on circuit then. Troy on an outlap. Toy Coins have validated their time as well. Toy Coin, a pole sitter last season. 5 pole positions in his career so far for Toy Coin. He is certainly fantastic so far. Mushroom, it is used tyres then, so these are not the best laps then for these drivers then so far. German is invalidated this lap, and I think that German, we've only about 7 minutes to go in this qualifying session, may have to abandon this time and come into the garage, come into the pits there, and get a new set of boots on, and then go again. But that's a lot of pressure on German. German has put a time on the board, which you cannot say for the majority of the field. Their Nameless has invalidated their time. Kaz come back into the pits, and Sam Swift then is out on circuit. And Menace Max also invalidated his first time run then, locking up the inside front tyre there. Out of the final turn then. Carter Joyce then, we'll talk about that in a minute. And over the line there comes Menace Mac, and that's pole position there, 15-8 so far. That'll be his first pole position of his career if he can stay there. Carter Joyce has just said that Keza fella is quite slow. Haha. Of course, I think that's a bit of banter. But at the moment, Keza, who currently hasn't set a time on the board, so that is technically quite slow. But not wrong, as Serious Rush has pointed out, he's ginger as well. Goodness gracious me, Ginger's, says this Ginger guy in the comments box. It's across the line, there goes Troy, a 15-9 there. Second fast at the one there. It's not enough then to the throne. Menace Max is going on pole position. Menace Max has been on pole position and before in his career so far. Into the pits comes Toy Coin. I've got an itchy foot. That's much better. If you just joined the stream, do a like, share, and do the old like thing. That would be fantastic indeed. As I've just spied on my VDI and there's only 8 likes so far. Shocking behaviour indeed. Of course, only if you enjoy the stream now. If you don't enjoy the stream, then don't give it a like. Actually, no, give it a like even if you don't enjoy the stream. So the track has gone a bit quiet now. So who has been on pole position then? Toy Coin has had the monopoly of pole position. He's been on pole position twice this season. RB as a team has not been beaten in qualifying yet so far. They've only had 2 qualifying sessions, of course, because they're technically a new team. And Toy Coin has been on pole position for both the races so far. For Toy Coin, can he make it a hat-trick? Well, we haven't seen Toy Coin's best performance so far of both laps, has unfortunately been invalidated. Current pole positioner is Menace Max, and when he comes into the pits now, does Menace, and just being wheeled back into the garage and put on the dolly wheels, and away they go then. So whilst we got Troy out on Troy coming into the pits now, German there, who hasn't set a competitive time either. Only 4 drivers set a competitive time so far, and all very close to each other indeed then, about 0.2 of a second separates them all. Is German struggling to warm up tyres by the looks of things, as really trying to wiggle that wheel to generate some heat into those tyres. Menace is currently fastest and on pole position for the first time in his career. Alongside him on row 1 is Troy, with Immortal in third, Kaz in fourth, German in fifth, and the rest of the drivers have not set a time so far. German has only set a 23.1, which would be very competitive on the old configuration of the circuit, not this circuit. Car 6 said out to the final turn, and I'm the 10th, like nice, that is, Rocket Lee is saying that. 15-2 there, so much to say for pole position, and Scuba Stew, hello Sean, good evening to you. Scuba Stew, invalid again, given this, Scuba Stew has been, I've been very jealous of Scuba Stew, I'm always jealous of Scuba Stew, but he's been at the British Grand Prix, and I was watching some of his lives on the track, and of course just the weekend in general, absolutely superb stuff indeed. Very envious of you as well, Scuba Stew, but I hope you enjoyed it, and what a way to actually, what a time to go there as well. Of course, Hamilton getting his first win in over 2.5 years. Fantastic indeed. I am a Hamilton fanboy. I'm not going to make no bones about it. I do love the man indeed. He is superb. Donna superb. Here comes Kaz then. Out of the final turn, Kaz is currently fourth at the moment, and that RB to me looks like it's doing another warm-up lap there of Toy Coin there. So interesting there. Toy Coin doesn't think he's going to get the grip on the first run on those soft tyres there. Kaz has survived the first corner then, which I think is the Jones chicane, isn't it? Or has that been renamed then since Murray Walker was commentating then? That's when I'm sure he called it the Jones chicane back in 97 or 98. Now then into turn 4, I think that is. Of course, this part of the circuit very fast indeed. And 2/10 of a second up in the first sector time then, and Serge Merchant very much on the money once again. And in terms of the tires and all that, thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. You've all just liked the screen. I love it. Here comes Kaz. So can Kaz get a good performance so far out of the car? Yes. Yes, he can. 2/10 of a second up in the second split time as well for Kaz. Oh, he fully drifted off the circuit there, but he had more than enough room for a man of his talent. He probably could have gone a bit further over, couldn't he? But however, he wants a good time on the board. It's enough currently for pole position in the Ferrari. Can Kaz get his first out of pole position in ALR Gold, which would be absolutely superlative, and out of 13 coming into 14 as well. It's a massive lockup in the background. I don't know who that was. Was that Kaz still? Potentially. Over the grid edge as we come now, and Kaz, pole position by 0.4 of a second there. Toy Coin there has gone for an extra warm-up lap then. Here comes Keza, who hasn't set a time just yet, but is currently enough and a second fastest there for Keza. That's a good time indeed there for Keza. Of course, last year's race winner, currently on row 1 at the moment, which is what the doctor ordered. Brilliant stuff indeed. Menace Max found 10th a second in the second split time. That car drifting there, goodness gracious me. Menace Max, keep going to Menace Max. Menace very much on the edge of performance and beyond then for the Kick Sauber. Out of the final turn there for Menace. Coming to the grid hatch as well. It's a 10th, which is only enough for second, but let's see what he can do in the final couple of years. It's pole position there for Menace. His first pole position of his career so far. Mercedes coming through. Immortals on pole position with just under 90 seconds to go. Superb is something. Now be Immortals. I'm sure that's going to be Immortals' 5th pole position of his career, if I'm not very much mistaken. No, be his 6th pole position of his career. One incredible stuff indeed then. Toy Coins invalidated. Sam Swift is now going out of the final turn, and Sam Swift on board now. Just taking a look to see who else out there at the moment then. So Sam Swift across the line and about to start their lap then for one more time then. Nameless on circuit as well, but Immortal currently on pole position. Menace is doing a lot of harvesting. I wonder if Menace has got more time in the piggy bank. Kaz is happy with third position there. Keza in fourth, and Troy there just about to start their lap. Then German, who is also going to start a lap again, and goodness me, German must have a lot of fuel on board there. I reckon Menace is going for another bite of cherry, you know. All right then, Sam Swift then. Let's follow Sam Swift, the world champion there, flicking it into turn 5, I think it was, and back on board with the Williams car, down in 8th position, I should say. Now then, just friendly eye of the needle then, and coming up into turn 9 and 10 as well. 43.6 there for the Williams driver then, as going over the curbs there. Lovely stuff stuff indeed there. Sam Swift looking solid at the moment now. Mortal currently on pole position. That'll be a 6th pole position of his career if he can keep it there. Locking up the inside front tyre there for Sam Swift there. I think he went in slightly too deep than he would have liked then, but however, it's still good enough at the moment now. I think, anyway. Into 13 now, locking up the inside tyre as well. I love this. I love that part of the game there. Checkered flag has fallen. Toy Coin is not going to be on pole position for the first time this season. It's a horror show for the RB driver, but it's not a horror show for Sam Swift. He goes full fastest there. And Sam Swift on the second row of the grid alongside Kazmon, but it's still a mortal pole position there with Menace Manx alongside on Rued. Who would have expected that result to be in qualifying? I certainly didn't. That has come out of nowhere so far. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Milan, then good to see you, Milan. Then of course, 14 or 15 time pole sitter in ALR gold. Nice to see a mortal up there, and a mortal currently on course set for a 6th pole position of his career. Here's Troy. Troy has had multiple pole positions as well. And Troy's can he get his 10th pole position tonight? Then on board. No, it's only 5th fast there for Troy. And I'm looking for Nameless. Then Nameless across the line. Nameless goes into and German. I don't think he's on pole position either, is he? No, only 7th fastest for German. I feel that I feel that was a bit of a mess, unfortunately, for German in that qualifying session. So it's a mortal pole position for the 6th time of his career, and I gotta say, I did not expect that. That is fantastic stuff indeed. That Mortor really pulled that lap out of the bag, and he has a history of being really quick in qualifying, and he has shown today good stuff indeed there for himself and for the Mercedes team. So that's Mercedes' first pole position of the season. That's a Mortor's first pole position of the season as well, but his 6th pole position of his career. Fantastic stuff indeed. Looking down the rest of the grid. Looking down the rest of the grid, 14 hundredths of a second separates it. That is incredible stuff indeed. Very good stuff indeed there for Mortal Menace. Almost had his first pole position of his career, but close but no cigar. They won't be touching them curbs. They won't be touching them curbs tomorrow. So that's a close grid, Milan is saying. It certainly is. And of course, it was close in qualifying run as well, as the whole grid was separated by 1.5 seconds. Look at that. Perfect timing. It's like I know what I'm doing. Right, let's go through the grid, shall we, from front to back. Well, no, from back to front, I reckon, from pole position from 20th to 1st. Of course, we got all 3 types of tyres being represented on the grid then. Soft tyres for Mag, so out of position, I feel, because Mag didn't get a represented qualifying time in on soft tyres, so I think gambling on an early safety car potentially. Gambling on an early safety car then. Knowles on the hard tyres with Brabitz, with Lucas Percy, of course, on that Q3 ban. Kez German out of position, I feel, then. A bit of a mess in qualifying for German, unfortunately, just didn't go well at all. Then we have Nameless in a 5th position on the hard tyres with Kaz and Immortal, both on hard tyres as well. Close grid means Chaos grabs for a few beers, and hopefully Immortal can win and get some good punch from Mercedes. Kiki is then, of course, Kiki a part of that Mercedes Joint Constructors campaign, which is very important indeed. Certainly is to me, and it's good to hear that it's important to Kiki as well. And, of course, for Serious Mushroom Williams. My God, 20th on the grid. Knowlesy, COVID-infected Knowlesy in 19th position, going above and beyond then, doing very much his best Mark Webber impression. However, let's hope that Knowlesy's not sick. 18th position is Coop Cam in 17th. Legends in 16th position there with Equals in 15th. Brabbit in 14th. 13th is Delando with Boxstyle in 12th position. 11th position, Chaffers, goodness me, so close to getting into the top 10. Great performance Chaffers has been in the last couple of races. 10th position is Percy. Of course, qualifying ban, Toy Coin. The first time this season that Toy Coin has not been on pole position for the first time in RB's history on the gold grid. It's not been on pole position. 8th position, Keza. German, as we mentioned, Horror Show qualifying in 7th position. He should be higher up than that. Troy in 6th position. Nameless on a return then as a reserve role in 5th position. Fantastic. 4th is Sam Swift, the world champion. 3rd position is Kaz. Great performance. Can he convert it to points? And that has been the challenge. 2nd is Bettis. And first, and for the 6th time in his career, it's Immortal on pole position. Immortal's had 1 Grand Prix win to his name as well. Can he get a 2nd here tonight then? Remember, Keza got a Grand Prix win this time last season. Are we going to see a new Grand Prix winner, or are we going to see one returning back to the top step then? 5 lights are on, 5 lights are off, and it is go, 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 down under for the Australian Grand Prix. And we got a rubbish camera angle with us because Menace already taken the lead going into turn 1 then. As Immortal has had a bit of a sluggish start then, and they all wear safe, and I think there's a couple of drives on the grass then, but they all look fine and dandy then. And going into the Brundle turn as well then. And up 3 positions, Legends, what a fantastic start then. Locking up the inside front tyre already. West Menace Max, and Immortal has gone from 1st to 3rd. A terrible start for Immortal. Magnificent start from Menace, who's now up into the lead there. Brilliant start for the world champion Sam Swift, and is very much set up 2 positions already in this one. Wow, incredible stuff indeed then. Sam Swift followed by Immortal, followed by Kaz, down 1 position as well. Down 4 positions, Nameless on the pole and start. German and Toy Coin have already improved their position. Percy is already up 2 positions as well. Nameless down 4. Kez is down 3. Kez is down 2 there. Box Starts on the Horror Show as well, down 3 positions as well. But it looks like everyone has gone through safe and sound then, by the looks of things. We didn't see any yellow flags or any debris coming off the cars. Having a look then, Toy Coin up the inside. That's a lunge up the inside. Takes 6 positions away from German, down into 7th. And now he's in the clutches of Percy as well, who wants to elevate his position. German's locked up. German is having a bit of troubles here on the opening lap then. That one completed. Look at the gap there. It's 2/10 of a second out from Menace, followed by Sam Swift, who is very much all over the show. Is very much all over the gearbox of the Kick Sauber. DRS is now enabled. Remember, that's one of the big. That's one of the big, as into the pits comes Cam. Of course, that is one of the big rule changes for this season. Look at all the lockups there. Goodness gracious me. They're going to be honest, these tyres are going to represent pound coins at the end of this one then. Goodness gracious me. As Cam there is in the pits. Out the pits on the hard tyres. And I think there must have to have been for damage then on the front nose cone potentially. Oh, gosh. I forgot to breathe. But goodness me, Sam Swift Ninja has not forgotten to breathe, and here he comes, and there he goes! And he's going to take the lead on lap 2. Yes, Sam Swift's up 3 positions there, from 4th on the grid to 1st in 2 laps. Fantastic start here. Magnificent stuff indeed then. And now that is Sam Swift leads. 2nd is Menace. Immortal down into 3rd. Be disappointed Immortal would be that. Remember that Immortal is on the harder tyre. That's what I forgot to mention. And of course, I'm getting a bit too overzealous for myself once again. And the hard tyres are expected to go quite deep into this race there, and we'll find out though how deep they can go then. Is this a 1-stopper or a 2-stopper? I hazard a guess this will be a 1-stopper tonight then. Over the grid hatches once again then. Sam Swift to set the fast on race. Toy Coin then. It's unusual territory for Toy Coin. Normally in the opening stage of the last 2 races he has been leading the race, but not tonight then. A Horror Show qualifying along with German as well. Both 2 drivers then who we was expected to be very much at the sharp end of the field. Currently down in 6th and 7th, and Percy of course the qualifying band down into 8th so far. Long way to go in this race, and we've got 29 laps to go then. We should get £100 for winning the constructors. Kiki is saying that. Oh yes, and I think that should come out of fast budget as well. That is, we just. Oh my goodness me, the 2 Red Bulls then almost side by side through turn 4, which is not ideal at all, is it? Delando currently in 12th position. Knowles has got 3-second penalty then for warnings, and German has lost out. And of course the DRS on the back straight here, and German is dropped down into 8th position, but of course he's on the hard tyres. Both Red Bulls have swapped positions as well, because Legends dropped down to 14th, and up into 13th goes Boxstar, trying to recover after a difficult start in this one. Then Brabant all over the gearbox of Equels. Equels goes through as well. Kaz has got past Immortal strung at this stage, and Brabant on the outside. Is he been given room? He has. That's a good overtake for Brabant. Has he done it? Yes. Yes, he's past Equals up into 15th position there. And away they go then. As goodness me, what's happening there? I'm not sure, but let's go to the back of the front then. Sam Swift, half a second in front of Menace, followed by Kaz. Percy is now starting to set the world on fire there with some incredible lap times there. That's a good time now. Passes out for the race there so far. Gurman's a second out of DRS already. Is there a problem for Gurman then potentially? Gurman struggling at this moment, then down into 8th position. Of course, he is second in the World Championship, or third. I can't remember. I haven't got it up at the moment. But Gurman there has not got the pace of the early front runners at the moment now. So Gurman down into 8th position and Nameless and Keza now in 9th and 10th position. And Chapper's currently in 11th, just outside the points, but again, strong forwards for the Williams there. Delando in 12th position and Boxtel followed by Legends there. So everyone, we got two DRS two DRS no, we haven't because we've got a lead change here. Menace takes the lead and passes Sam Swift and into the lead they go. Fantastic. We got two DRS trains in, that's what I was trying to say. We've got first down into 7th position, then we've got 8th all the way down into 17th. Knowlesy struggling there, not very well Knowlesy isn't there. I think this was the scene of his last race win, I believe, for Knowlesy. Or was it his first race win? I can't remember. But unfortunately for Knowlesy struggling, another driver struggling badly is Gurman. Down into 9th position now, Gurman is, and Keza all over the gearbox of the Kick Sauber. As one Kick Sauber has been unleashed, the other Kick Sauber is going backwards in this field at the moment. Not ideal. Boxtel is dropping down the order. There's a problem for Boxtel. He's crawling. And what's happening is he got a bit wayward on the final turn. And look, all the cars streaming past there. Boxtel down into 18th position there. So damage to the Red Bull. No, there's not. But there's damage to Boxtel's race there. Not ideal at all, which is probably the understatement of the day so far. Yes, Cirrus maybe wild crashes as well. That certainly is at the moment. Then is that we've also got Mag might try to something soft, medium, soft. But Matthew is saying and should improve his finishing position. I'm not saying anything. I'll just jinx everyone. They're all behaving. Have they been towed off short? I think Farf has cracked the whip. so maybe. Of course, Nosy is the head steward there. But when things get tough, we have to bring in the bad cop of Farf. We know what Farf is like when he's upset. Then. Being from Ipswich and all that. So it's, however, Farf should be in a very good mood because Ipswich have been brought to the Premier League next year. Maybe that's why Farf's in a bad mood because of all the increased tourism going on potentially. As just watching Keza, who is all over the gearbox of Gurman at the moment, and I'm already sweating profusely. Knowlesy dropped back down to 8th position, and Knowlesy, of course, remember, not well at all. Hats off to Knowlesy for sticking with it, because if I was ill, I would not show up. Well, obviously, I would say I'm not showing up. I wouldn't just go MIA, which is shocking behaviour, of course. Absolutely horrific stuff. Sam Swift and the second DRS zone, and down to the Brundle turn. Very difficult to overtake there, but Sam Swift on the outside takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. DRS, it's a DRS fest, isn't it, around here at the moment then? As, Farf is listening. Oh, goodness gracious me. I better watch me tone. So, it's, goodness gracious me. But, of course, we all know that Knowles is the good cop and Farf is the bad cop. When it comes to handing out the stewards' racing decisions. Percy up into 5th position now, passes his rival. Of course, they've had some incredible battles on the pass. Troy on the medium tires, it'll be disappointing to lose out to Percy at this stage of the race game. Now, what can Gurman do then? Is Gurman now, he's now back up into 8th position. Yes, he is. Nameless down to 9th, so has Gurman found some performance in those tires? Sean, he's here, yeah. Yeah, someone needed to tell me before he was in the... Oh, goodness gracious me. I have a feeling that I'm in trouble then. I think Farf might put on the... Whoa! It's getting very fraught in turn 13 out of the final turn, and now Immortal could be very much on the gearbox. Well, he already is on the gearbox, but Kaz is going to have to get defensive here. And you can see then Kaz just leaving him just about a car's width, and nothing more, nothing less. Good hard racing there, albeit they wasn't really racing, was they? Going down into turn 1. Making his way to 13th position. Good stuff indeed. Then Coop and Boxstar also swap position as well. And it's getting very fraught at the front here. Look at this. And the top 7 cars are very much just following each other at the moment. Then, of course, we've seen in the past, haven't we, about drivers just sat watching and waiting then to see what's going to happen. Back on board with Percy now. Gone up 5 positions. He's gone from 10th to 5th so far. Look at that then. There's a bit of grass there on the Percy's the one to watch there, as much as we're saying. And we certainly are watching him at the moment. Then on board with Percy. And using Slipstream, using DRS, and Minusmax is going to retake the lead. No, he's not. But Kaz up the inside there. Kaz up the inside there. Goodness gracious me. I must admit, I was in the wrong part of the track there. I thought that they was going to go straight on as we was about 100 metres away from the turn. But Kaz was getting very forward. Then look at this as they're all going this way and that way there. No overtakes into turn 13. Nope, turn 11, Sean. You get with the program. Oh my word, but it's the top 7 at the moment. Listen to this. Sam Swift leads on medium tyres along with Menace on medium tyres as well. Yellow flag, and who's that's going off the circuit? It's in the background there. What has happened there? They're all going okay. Into Troy, what's happened? Mortals dropped down the order. Troy's up into 5th position. Mortals down into 6th position. No, make that 7th. The Mortals off the circuit. It was a debris on the circuit there, and it was getting very full whilst he was watching the yellow flag. Then something happened to Immortal. Oh goodness gracious me then, and Immortal now down in 7th position. No, make that 8th. Goodness me, I'm going to stop talking. So time I mention Immortal's name, he's tumbling down the order like a fruit machine. Oh my word. Sam Swift still leads the way with Kaz in 3rd position there, Percy 4th, Troy is now in the 5th position there, on board Toy Coin in 6th position around there, just sat watching what's occurring there. You can see Troy's rear rain light is flashing. That means they're harvested. Toy Coin is through, and what about and Kaz is through as well. Kaz has never won a Grand Prix. I don't think Kaz has been on the podium, has he? Well, tonight is certainly the night. He's looking very strong indeed. He gets another dose of DRS down this back straight into turn 11. Has a sniff, but nothing more than that. Troy dropping quite a way back there. I reckon that Troy's Earth deployment there has really hurt him at the moment. Max pitted them softs. Must be rubbish there. You're locking up the inside front tyre quite heavily there. Menace is now, I think, got a 7/10 per second gap over Sam Swift. Sam Swift is struggling at the moment there. Boxstow's got past his teammate again there. Goodness me, a bit of deja vu. What about Percy? Percy is close to the back of Kaz, but not close enough to make a move. I do not think. No, he stays back for the time being. So let's take stock. 20 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It is that Menace leads the way with Sam Swift in 2nd position, but Sam Swift is now very much under the cosh from Kaz and from Percy. Toy Coon is now starting to join the party as well. Troy is very much still in it to win it still, but I think that dropped off the pace, and I do think that he might be doing a bit of harvesting then. Then Immortal then was involved in this fight, but unfortunately has dropped out a bit after he got swamped, and then of course and then got boffed off the circuit, unfortunately. And then we got behind Immortal is Keza, followed by Nameless, Dilando, Brabbit, Chappers, very close to German down in the 13th position. That's what the yellow flag was for. I think is German is dropped down the order. Sadly there for the kick Sauber, as I finally noticed that it only took me several laps too late. But Gurman's recovery has started, and he's back up to 12 now. Kaz having another look, but no position changes on this lap either. Troy is almost out of DRS detection zone there. There he is in the background there, almost a second away. Then Nameless doing a great job on his return here, up into 8th position there. But Kaz is not going to let that one go there. But goodness me, they almost made contact. We've had collisions there in the past there. No, my word, the Nameless is now the Immortal still the head of the train here. Lap 10 of this one. Goodness gracious me, Percy's alongside Kaz. No, he isn't there. He was less than 10th a second away, but nothing gained there for Percy. Back to this battle here. Goodness gracious me, it is getting very action packed out there. Getting a bit cozy with some of the drivers as well. On board once again with Percy in 4th position now. Currently the driver that's made the biggest moves, I think. Percy has done a really good job so far. As Serious Russian did mention that match, came into the pits after the soft tyres, which means that the soft tyres are rubbish. Boxtel defending inside there, and Legend down into down 16th position. And goodness gracious me, I can't even go. Goodness me, so fraught with action at the moment there. Menace has lost the lead because Sam Swift. I'm reckoning that Sam Swift had a breather then. I got a bit more charge in that battery. Up the inside goes Cass. It's the hard tyre starting to become the favourite tyre. And Percy's through as well. Menace has lost 2 positions there in the space of a corner. Oh dear. And now then Cass up into 2nd position here. Matthew, hards are now the optimal over the mediums there. Thank you very much, Matthew. I was querying it. You told Michael, you put my query to bed. Fantastic. And now we've got Menace, who's under major peril now from Toy Coin. And Troy is back in action as well. Menace is almost out of DRS range there. Boxtel's got a 3-second penalty for his troubles as well. And look at this, and Percy is now starting to make a move, isn't it? Sam Swift currently still leading the way at the moment, and Kaz doing a great job, by the way. I think Kaz's best finish was fourth. Was his best finish in ALR was fourth position at the moment. Goodness gracious me! If Kaz keeps trying a pass there, he still will get a podium. Serious pressure was saying then Mag, I mean, goodness me, he should change his name to Mag, shouldn't he? It's like Duncan Dave. We rechristened Duncan Dave as well, didn't we? Renamed Duncan Dave as well. So let's do it to the Mag as well. Or Mags! Oh my goodness gracious me! Let's free abreast. Oh my gosh! And yellow flags there. We don't know those yellow flags in the background. One of the red balls is off the circuit. I don't know who it is. And now Percy takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. That has been coming for a while, hasn't it? And my goodness me, it's Boxtel who's off the circuit. He's recovered now, but horror show for Boxtel at the moment. Now, what can Percy and Cass do? We think that's the hard tires, and now starting to really perform. Really good 17th. Then we've got Keza and Immortal, who's currently 8th and 9th position. Ooh, that back end. Into the pits comes Toy Coin in then. I assume that's going to be a one-stopper going on to the hard tires. Coming down to turn one, then Percy, followed by Cass, followed by Sam Swift, then followed by Menace and Troy as well. Then here's our next gaggle of cars, Nameless, Keza, Mortal, now down to position. Remember, Mortal is our pole sitter, but it's been a bit of a horror show. Oh yes, I had Koopas and Soup as well, yes. If you ever come to ALR and you're quite, what's happened? Gurman's off the circuit, and where Yarner truly crashed in 2002, and that's not ideal. And when I say 2002, I only think it's a few years ago. It makes me very depressed. Mag up into 17th position now. Legend out on the hard tires. But Gurman is a horror show. I think there's a setup issue, isn't it, with Gurman? Oh, he's through already. Goodness me. I was going to look to the right-hand side of where Kaz was, but he already got through that. Brabham doing a good job, by the way. I've been waiting for this now, and unfortunately for Immortal, it's been a horror show race so far. Down into 9th position now, and we've got Chappers, and who's up? That's Dilando off the circuit. And I'm going off with a very precarious turn 10 and 11. Nope, we'll make that turn 9 and 10. Whoa, Menace struggling, and Menace is into the pits. Troy's in the pits as well. Sam Swift has decided to stay up there. As the medium tires are on the cusp now, aren't they? So, of course, they're going for the undercut here. It is, remember, Toy Coin, he was in first. Yellow flag again then. And whoa, what's happened there? Toy Coin off the circuit! And what's happened there? Toy Coin, who was expected to go for the undercut, just recovering by the looks of things. And Boxtel having issues as well. And how bad that's affected Toy Coin. Look, because Toy Coin is coming down the back. Should have coming down the straight then. I think the Toy Coin did have an issue there, didn't he? And now look at this. And it's Knowlesy now very much in the thick of things as well. And then in just behind us is Toy Coin. I think Toy Coin had an issue somewhere. And that's really costed there. A 10-second penalty. Toy Coin up the inside. Knowlesy gets stuck off the tyres. I don't think Swoops on the outside. Toy Coin up until then finished there. Kaz has lost the lead then to Percy. Percy is back in front then. But Kaz, I was having a look then into turn 9 and 10 here. Surprised at Toy. He must not like this track. Then struggling at the moment. Toy Coin is, isn't he? Because Toy Coin is usually one of the top names there, but tonight has been struggling. But and of course going for that undercut and going for an early stop has not helped at all, because he is behind Troy and Menace Max now. I was expecting to be well in front there with the undercut going on here. And Sam Swift then is coming into the pits. Now the world champion is there. The Williams driver into the pits, and whilst the front two then are going to be extending the stint. And the question I've got, is it going to be mediums or soft tyres then? I didn't curse him because I already typed it. Delando's got 3-second penalty. Well, interesting to see what happens to Delando in the fast 9-10 chicane, and Sam Swift coming out of the pits then. Chappers is in the pits now as well. Got yellow flags, more yellow flags then, and it is the Red Bull driver Boxster having more gremlins, isn't he? Unfortunately, not pitted yet. The last of the runners not to pit either. Chappers then coming out of the pits now in 13th finish there. And what is going on here then? Coming down then into turn 3 then, the Brundle turn. Menace is trying to go on the inside there, and he's lost out, and Toy Coin is through and passed and moved up into 9th finish now. Menace has dropped down into 10th here. Sam Swift boxed out of the Grand Prix, and I think that's 2 out of 3 races. Boxtel's retired from the race, and a horror start to the season. Boxtel first retirement in this one, and we got Chappers getting a 3-second penalty whilst going alongside. Now got both McLarens there, and we got that second McLaren of Dylan there also in 4th as well, up into 14th position there. And of course, Cameron's not pitted in the last several laps or so. So I was wondering if the McLaren might be able to help each other out there. Top 6 is not pitted yet. On board with Brabant then, as you can see, we've got a great battle between Nameless, Keza, Brabant and Immortal. Immortal was our original pole sitter. Horror show for Immortal so far. Great racing so far from Brabant. Got some really good pace there. And Brabant now all over the gearbox. And Keza, goodness gracious me, Brabant doing a great job out there so far. My drive of the day so far, but we're only halfway through the Grand Prix. So I should have probably not shared that opinion just yet. Goodness gracious me then, fantastic indeed. Matthew, 16, 17 laps to go then. Mediums from hards and 21 to 20 to 21 to softs then from hards, and Matt is saying then. So Matt is saying for the top 6, if you want to go into the soft tyres, then they got to hang it out for another 5 laps, and that's going to get very interesting. Got to watch passing under. They got to watch passing the yellow flags then. Yes, indeed. Then there's a lot. There's so much overtaking going on here. Oh my goodness gracious me, Brabant was boxed in there, wasn't he? Had nowhere to go. Percy still leads with Kaz still in second position. Toy Coin as Menace Max has dropped out there, and now Sam Swift has lost out as well, because look, there's Troy through. Troy is on the outside. Magnificent stuff indeed, and now here comes Toy Coin as well. Also on the outside as well. Sam Swift then has lost 2 positions without that DRS there. Toy Coin now in trade position. Toy Coin starting to really make his way back through the field here. As Troy is rain light was flashing out. That doesn't mean rain is coming. That of course means that they're doing harvesting. Sam Swift's light is also flashing as well. Brabant still stuck behind the Keza and Nameless at the moment. I do think that Brabant does have the pace advantage over the front two, the two in front of him at the moment now. And so we're just over halfway through this Grand Prix now. The pit stops is well and truly underway. Yellow flag for one of the Saubers is German. How this race has really unfolded badly for German, hasn't it? Of course, German was expected to be a major player in this one. That hasn't transpired at all. Back on board with Immortal now, as Percy has lost the lead. That is Kaz has retaken the lead. There's German just in front of us. I wonder if they got a bit of 3-second penalty there for Troy there for multiple corner cuts in there. Unfortunately, that is going to be painful. The race has spread out quite a bit then, but Troy, the battle that Troy is in at the moment, I think that's going to be painful. Can Toy Coin, who they're so difficult to get out DRS range around here, but he's so quick at the moment, Toy Coin is. I think he can break that DRS or certainly extend his lead so he doesn't get. He doesn't get the threat there. Kaz into the pits then. So Kaz, I think, is going on to medium tyres here then. I reckon Percy's going to target another 3 laps then before coming into the pits then and going on to the soft tyres. So Kaz in the pits now, and he's out then on the medium tyres then. He goes then. Both Ferraris then. Is that going to be an issue there? Because Nameless in the pits as well. Toy Coin has set the fast of the race, and he's very much starting to motor on here. And oh my gosh, I know. Coming out of the pits now. Kaz just behind Menace. Sam Swift is still. Look, Toy Coin's already a second in front of Troy. That's an incredible lap there from Toy Coin, and that is crucial indeed in this race. He's broke the DRS. Toy Coin now is now going to start to motor away. Kaz is on the soft tyre, medium tyre here. Keza and Nameless is now 9th and 10th there. In the, I wonder if that delay on the Ferrari pit stop has cost Nameless a position there. I think it has, as teammate Kaz is already in the pits there. And that's unfortunate. It is sometimes that's what those are the breaks, to be honest. Troy. Yes. Sorry, I knocked my headset off. Troy's now lost out then to Sam Swift, but Troy down into 6th position now. He's lacking pace at the moment, is Troy. Sam Swift needs to try and get back into the DRS detection zone, which he has done at the moment. Look in the background, there's Casa into the pits, comes Percy. So Percy is in the pits as well then. So what tires is he going to go on? Yes, as we heard from Matthew in the comments there, I think it's two, yes, he is on the medium tires as well then. So no soft tires tonight then. The medium tires is certainly the best way to go then. Got Toy all wrong. Pace has amped up then. He certainly has indeed. Sam Swift to set the fast on race, and here comes Percy. Can he get in front of Kaz? No, he can't then. And Kaz there is. Oh, Kaz off the circuit. Not ideal there. And goodness me, he's going to lose all the momentum that he gained from stopping 1 lap later. Brabant in the pits on the medium tires well, so no one's going soft then. Oh, a bit of a nudge there from Percy on the back of Cam. Kaz, I should say, not Cam, goodness gracious me. We got Equals and Brabbit fighting. Equals on 5 upload hard tires, and he does need a pit again. That's a very good stint there for from Equals, actually, right behind Nameless Keza. Very impressive stuff indeed, that as they flick through the very fast kink then of turn 4. Look, I reckon Toy Coin used up a lot of battery there, because now all of a sudden Toy Coin has lost that second, and Sam Swift goes through back up into second position, and the de facto lead here. Delando's off the circuit. Oh, goodness me, Maldonado crashed there, didn't he, a few years ago? And we've got Brabbit getting past. This is a strong performance from Brabbit. Is this his best race of his career in gold so far? Potentially. It certainly feels he's been the whole package so far in this one. Good stuff. So Immortal is staying. No, Immortal's in the pits now. Of course, our former pole sitter, a horror show so far in this one there. But at the moment, the medium tyre runners are not really setting the world afire, alight, are they? They're not going too quick, are they? But Sam Swift leads with Toy in second, Troy in third position there. Fourth is Menace with Cam now in fifth position. Sixth is Percy. Seventh is Nameless, and eighth position is Keswick. Brabbit in ninth position. Immortal now down in 11th position, but from there he can certainly get a point or two, but that's not really what he was eyeing up at the beginning of this race. Surely Immortal would have been thinking of a podium at least, then, was it? So not good at all. So at the moment, Troy's 3-second penalty will actually knock him down into sixth position then. So that's not ideal then. And here comes Percy now starting to make the moves, and passes Cam and up into fifth position then. Toy Coin is back into the lead of this race there, and now through he goes then. So Toy Coin is the leader of this race, of course, and well, obviously because he's in first position now. And look at this, and that's getting very cozy indeed. Then Troy back up into second position then, and oh, there's Percy got to have a look there. He is having a look on the inside of Menace. Yellow flag there. McLaren Sunny, she said, up the inside goes Percy, passes Menace, down into fifth goes the kick Sauber. What has happened there to Dylan has recovered, but it's going horribly wrong for Dylan at the moment, and that is not ideal at all. Then back at the front, then lap 20 of this race, 10 laps to go. Is Toy Coin away from Troy, from Sam Swift, from Percy, from Menace, from Kaz. Then we've got a 9-second gap then, and oh no, it's gone wrong again then for Dylan. It's just snowballing out of control here. Fourth positions, yes, my good sir. As those are the pit stops. Those are the positions so far. And Toy Coin up at the moment there. Toy Coin certainly will be shooting for driver of the day, along with Purse as well, in 6 positions there. Malta, I think that horror show of race so far. As yet more yellow flags, and then there is Delando again. I do think the tyres are cooked, aren't they, for Delando? Very difficult to get them back into the right operating temperature. Then when Troy's got up the inside there, not quite. Then Percy's got past Sam Swift and made his way up into third position. Now there he is. Percy is the quickest driver at the moment, and on the medium tyres at the inside. Delando out of the Grand Prix. Kaz is now up into fifth position. I expect Kaz to start to come through the field as well. Serious rush up indeed. So now going into 13 and 14. Serious Mushroom there was going to trying to lob me into a full sense of security there, but I'm on my toes tonight, Mushroom. I'm on my toes. On board with Percy running. Whilst we got those positions up there, I'll get the positions back in a minute, but let's just take a look at the tyres. There it is, and so at the moment, the top 2 on the hard tyres. Percy is quicker on the medium tyres at the moment. Yellow flag then is our second retirement. Delando out to the Grand Prix, boxed out of the Grand Prix as well, unfortunately. No safety cars here at the moment then, but of course that could all change because I've said that. I'm like shocking. Then we've got Sam Swift in 4th position there. Kaz in 5th. 6th is Menace Max. Then we got a bit of a gap then, because then 8 seconds back is Nameless in 7th position. Keza in 8th position there, as Mag has now got a 3-second penalty as well. We've got only 4 drivers over penalty so far, which isn't too bad. However, the big name with the penalty so far, as Equaz has also got one as well. It's 5 now for the drivers. But Troy has got a 3-second penalty, which could cost him majorly here. It's going to cost him a podium then. And now we have got more overtake then. And now up the inside goes Percy through up into second position. And Troy could not defend that one. And now then Percy is all the quest for the lead that has almost been completed there. This will be Percy's 2nd race win of the season, I believe, which will be pretty good, which will be a very good start indeed. Cam has also got a 3-second penalty as well, as these penalties are now starting to rein in, aren't they? on board with Percy once again. Then Percy, I think, going to be a little too short there going into turn one, believe it or not. So, so we're going to have another bite of the cherry. I think maybe in the Brundle turn. I think that it'll be on the very fast kink into 9 and 10. To be fair, that's where I think Percy's going to be aiming for that Grand Prix, that lead. There. Oh, contact here between Sam Swift and Kaz, and Kaz has been knocked off and dropped down into 6th position there. So Sam Swift, did he get his elbows up there, or was that a bit, or was that Kaz there just being a bit overzealous for his overtake there? Kaz could be the fly in the ointment there, Serious Special saying. However, that was before Kaz and Sam Swift had a bit of an issue there. So that is Serious Special's fault there. I am pointing the finger loud and proud there. Watching Percy, who is very much could be on course for the second Grand Prix win of the season here at the moment. He is very much looking the quickest. Nameless, what a drive from Nameless, by the way. Nameless, when he was driving for the Mercedes team last season, didn't really performances was a bit sporadic there, but this tonight has been superb. Kaz, last year's race winner, a very dirty Haas there for Keza there, and unfortunately hasn't got the pace compared to last season. Either has he, Keza hasn't down into 8th position, struggling with the Haas, but at the moment, though, that is still good enough for some points there, and I think he'll be happy with that there. Percy is taking the lead there into turn 1. There he goes, and Percy now leads, and the former world champion overtaken Toy Coin. Both drivers are out position in qualifying. Toy Coin had an issue in qualifying, whilst Percy had a qualifying ban. Now leads the Grand Prix. Troy in 2nd position, Sam Swift and Menace in a 4th and 5th position there. And Kaz again looking very attackive here, isn't he there, Kaz? Kaz might start to need to make a move sooner rather than later then, if of course if of course, because the medium tires might start to go off a bit, mightn't they? On board once again there with Toy Coin there going into 9 and 10 now. And indeed, we've got Driver of the Day coming then. So it'll be Toy Coin, Percy, and Brabbit. Then it's your choice then for Driver of the Day. Yes, Brabbit as well. I think Brabbit's done a great job then. Of course, those are your votes. Those are what you can vote for. Kaz is still behind Menace here, so Kaz is struggling. And unfortunately, it's not going well at all, is it? And it's getting very, very, very close then into the final couple of turns. Then out of the final turn, we come then. German in the pits there. And may go for fast up here. German is but it's a horror show of a race then so far. Toy Coin on the loop, but nothing more than that. Then down into turn 1, then probably trying to just antagonise the former world champion of Percy, but Percy is not going to be deterred. But no, Toy Coin is through, takes the lead. And then as you can see, that this is going to be a 6-car showdown then. Well, 5 unfortunately, because unless Troy finds 3 seconds from somewhere out of his back pocket, it is now a 5-car shootout rather than a 6-car, unfortunately. But look at this field, there's certainly 6 cars that the drivers have got to be aware of. Well, maybe 5 actually, because of course they don't count themselves. Well, maybe you do count yourself in this instance then. But my word then. And now then Percy dropping back, I think, and but now he's got DRS and he's now being reeled back in. I think that this could be, remember bronze last year, it's very much a strategical battle, wasn't it, about who's going to get DRS, who isn't going to get DRS, and all that kind of shenanigans. And look at this, and Troy there is struggling there, and Nameless and Kaz are still having a great old scrap here for the lead of this one. Troy defending there, Sam Swift couldn't get through, and then Menace and Kaz is just sat in the background watching and waiting. Lap 25, and we've got just 5 more laps to go then, and now they come down the back straight then. Goodness gracious me, look at these 6 cars, and in the same shot then with 5 laps to go, who is going to win the 3rd race of the season? Who is going to win the Australian Grand Prix? That will be answered fairly soon then. Yellow flag somewhere on circuit. I'm not sure what's going on there, but somewhere near the mid to the backfield that is having issues. And on board Percy, once again, he has got the tyres, but the question is, has he got the time? Oh no! Toy Coin made a mistake there, and of course they made a mistake there, corrected the car, and it's got a 3-second penalty. That is crucial for the Grand Prix outcome here. Oh my word. And that could have given the lead then. That could have given the win to Percy. Percy does not need to overtake now. However, of course, he cannot relax too much because he's still got Sam Swift, Troy, Menace and Kaz all over his gearbox here. So he can't just sit behind now, but he does not need to overtake that. He does not need to overtake to win this race. And Keza and Nameless also fighting for position there. Kaz off the circuit. 3-second penalty for German. Kaz is off the circuit. And that 6-car shootout is now dropped down to 5, and it may even drop down to 3 because we've now got 2 drivers then with penalties as well. Is that Ferrari damage then? It does not look too impressed. That's out of the final turn. Then Cam's got a 3-second penalty as well. Sam Swift, but DRS right on the money. And now as we accelerate through to the turn 1 and 2 chicane, then, and the cars have very much been put through their pace and very grubby at this stage then of this race. And Sam Swift has not had a win yet, has he, this season? So if Sam Swift can win this one, then he can be the third driver to win in the first 3 races. But at the moment, the man in the box seats is Percy, I feel. And Toy Coyne's got a 3-second penalty. He's going to be kicking himself on that one. He overcorrected the car, went wide though out of turn 4, and that has given him a penalty. So disappointing stuff, man, so far for Toy Coyne. That means that if it finishes as it is now, which I highly doubt it will, it'll be Percy, Sam Swift, and Menace. It'll be on the podium now with Toy Coyne 4th and Troy in 5th for this. Kaz is in trouble here because now Keza, and look, Kaz, who's out such a good strong race, is unfortunately down into 8th position now. Not ideal at all. I think there's some damage on that Ferrari as well. Soft tyres has gone on for Cam, Mag, and also German, who's got the fast half of the race now. I wonder if Knowles might also be thinking about getting some soft tyres on them, but I think that Knowles has done a great job just to battle through this Grand Prix after he is not very well. Toy Coyne then, who probably, since that penalty, has not really had too much to defend, has he? But he does know that I think that the Grand Prix win is out of the question now, unfortunately, unless some shenanigans happens behind him. I think it's all done and dusted, unfortunately, from Toy Coyne's point of view, unfortunately, in this one. Kaz getting back past his teammate here, but Nameless is not going to have any of it, and Kaz has been forced out wide, and Nameless, great defender there for Nameless, keeps the position from teammate Kaz, and of course, I think that Kaz would, I think he might have more pace than Nameless, because look, they have let Keza go here, and that's not ideal for Kaz. Remember, Kaz has been fighting for the Grand Prix win for most of this race, and look at this, and here it comes! Not quite. I thought Percy was through, then Kaz is now back past Nameless, and it's gone to that long back straight. Sam Swift is now he knows that this is potentially for the Grand Prix win then, so he does not want Percy to overtake Toy Coyne here. He wants to get past it. Toy Coyne's got another penalty then, and it is all going wrong now. It's a horror show for Toy Coyne. Oh, goodness gracious me. Brabbit is down to 8th finish, but he has a penalty as well. Oh, goodness me. Immortal in 9th position. No, make that 10th position there. Nameless has lost 2 positions somewhere. Penalties are starting to roll in now with just 3 laps to go in this one. Goodness me, it's going to be edge of your seat stuff, isn't it? Can Sam Swift do anything? What can Menace do as well? Menace said currently on course for his best result of his career. Then Dirty Haas, I didn't say that's it. You did. Now who's naughty? Shocking stuff indeed. It certainly isn't me. Then I am very much PC. I'm very much PG on Sunday nights then, and Tuesdays as well, of course. Lap 28 into the pits comes Chappers, and Chappers' race pace has not been as strong as his qualifying, unfortunately, for Chappers. Into the pits now, I assume that's soft tyres going on, and it is also soft tyres going on for Knowles as well, I believe, then. But unfortunately for Chappers, looks strong in the qualifying session, but the race trim, it just hasn't gone too well at all, has it? Just watching Sam Smith there. Look at Percy. He has closed his DRS there long before the corner, so Percy has closed his... Percy has closed his DRS there, and long before the corner. So that, to me, then, he's not really keen on being the leader in this one, because he probably likes the DRS. And look at Sam Swift all over the gearbox of Percy now. And goodness gracious me, I'm not sure if there is contact, but Percy's car is feeling very unsettled because Sam Swift is putting the pressure on with just 1 more lap to go. With Toy Coyne getting a 6-second penalty, then that's all but ended. Toy Coyne's challenging for the lead, and then Toy Coyne there is defending still, of course, because I think it's more about pride now, isn't it? As he doesn't care who wins this race, Toy Coyne doesn't, but I think that he just wants to finish first on the circuit. Toy Coyne, and goodness gracious me, they're all over each other here, down into the Brundle curb here. My word there. And Toy Coyne now is certainly going to have to get his elbows out, isn't he, now? Because look at them, they're sworn all over him like a bad suit here. Troy's in the background, but Troy, of course, has got a penalty as well. On board now with Sam Swift here. Can Sam Swift get his first Grand Prix win of the season now? This is going to be a very tense end of this. what has been a very incredible Grand Prix, hasn't there? 5 cars, 6 cars, all been fighting for the Grand Prix win here. Can Percy's making an attack now. Toy Coin has lost the lead then. Here's Sam Swift as well. Sam Swift on the outside. Where are they? Goodness gracious me. Sam Swift there is through to second position there, but it is Percy who leads the way there. But now then they got DRS again, and Sam Swift, and it's all or nothing now for Sam Swift. He's going for it. He's having a look at yellow flag in the background for someone. No, I think it's for the Mercedes. And now Sam Swift trying to go there. Knowles has got a 3-second penalty here. Oh my word, then. And Sam Swift there. Oh, I thought he was going to go for it, wasn't it? But that was never going to happen, I don't think. Out of the final turn then. And now then, as they're coming out of the final turn, and Percy from 10th on the grid wins the Australian Grand Prix. Does he? My goodness gracious me! By a 10th for a second. 2 races in a row where the win has been decided by less than seconds, by tenths or hundreds or thousands. What an incredible end to that one indeed. The Nameless said has dropped out of the points, has he? Well, he's left the session there, but I'm hoping it's just a glitch there, because of course you have to stay in the car right to the end of the session there. Mainly because it just annoys me. I have to put my brain into gear. But that is Lucas Percy's second Grand Prix win of the season, and that it takes his career total hang on, where can I find him? That takes his career total to 19 Grand Prix wins and his 41st podium. Incredible stuff indeed there. Chapman's getting the pass, I've already said, and that would be a consolation prize then for Chapman's then, which has looked so quick this weekend, hasn't he? Brabham then, I think he was a brilliant driver today, but unfortunately for Brabham, only getting a point now. I think he deserved a lot more than that in the end there. But good stuff indeed there for Brabham. Driver of the day vote is still out at the moment. Percy with 64% of the vote, 9% for Brabham, 27% for Toy Coin. Qualls, fire. It really was fire, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible stuff indeed then. As we're just on board then, taking a tour around Australia with our Grand Prix winner, which is Percy. Really good stuff indeed then. We'll take a look at the final classification, then we'll have some interviews with the drivers. Whoa, gosh, take a deep breath, everyone. What a fantastic end to that race then. My goodness gracious me, then. Absolutely superb stuff indeed. There's Percy, punch in the air. That is his second Grand Prix win of the season. His 19th win of his career as well. And that is a very strong start to it this season. And remember, there's still 21 races to go. So there is still a long way. There's still a long way to go in this one there. It's not been decided by the opening 3 Grand Prix. But my goodness gracious me, fantastic, isn't it? And once again, just like in Saudi Arabia, this race is won by the minutest of margin. Percy, 19th win of the season, 19th win of his career. Sam Swift, Ninja getting second today. Menace Maxson with his best result of his career in third position there. 3-second penalty for Troy, cost him, but fourth position ain't too bad. Toy Coin very frustrated with himself and difficult qualifying, then 6 seconds of penalty and then cost him. Carson finished 6th in the end, but he should have been higher up than that, I feel, especially on the medium tyres. Keza in 7th, 8th position in Mortal, then Pole sits all the way down 9th, and that's not very good there for a Mortal. 10th position, Nameless, then with Brabham in 11th. Then Equals, Legends, Coop, Chappers, who got that fast lap. And then Cam, Mag, and then Knowlesy and German finished down in 8th position. 2 retirements was Delando and Boxtel out of this Grand Prix. Percy, what an incredible race that was today, and I gotta say, it was very much edge your seat stuff. Then, with Toy Coin getting a penalty in that race, did you think the pressure's off you?
No, I thought the pressure was more on, to be honest, because obviously he knew he had that pen, so he had nothing to fight for, so he was just going to back me up, and he was backing me up the final couple of laps. He was going completely slowly in some of the fast corners, which was backing me up into Sam, and it could have caused an almighty aeroplane crash. But it took my time. I think the entire race I was just taking my time, picking off the drivers in front of me one by one. I think from lap 20 onwards, just as I'd come out the pits, or a couple of laps after I'd come out the pits when I was behind Troy, he lagged back into me, and I got orange ring damage. So from lap 20 onwards I was racing with that damage, but I still had confidence that I would have been able to win, and thankfully came out on top.
How did you adjust your driving style with that wing damage then? Was that causing you a lot of understeer? Was that going to be damaging your tyres?
It wasn't really damaging the tyres. I think it was damaging the pace, but because I had obviously an advantage with the life on the tyres I had compared to everyone else on the hards, I think it kind of stabilised it a bit. And obviously the DRS in this game and the battery is just super powerful, so I was managing to just stick behind Toynko, and I think you could probably see through some of the faster corners I was dropping back a bit to around 6 or 7 tenths. But then obviously with the DRS and the battery, I was able to get back up behind him. But to be honest, that was my plan. Just try and stick back because I didn't want Sam and that to I didn't want to get too close to Toyncoin, forcing myself into an overtake, which would have then put me at a disadvantage of the DRS. So I just thought try and stick behind a couple of attempts and then use the DRS to catch back up. Thankfully, it worked in the end, and yeah, got the win, which I don't know how I've won that, but yeah.
Because we've seen on when we was on board, I think with Sam Swift, that your rear wing closed about 100 meters before turn 9 and 10, so it did look like he was holding back in the final stint there. Talk about the beginning of the stint if we can, then, because you started 10th on the grid then, but goodness me, then very much he was flying through the field once again. Then you seem to love starting in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I love it. I like to see the carnage unfold in front of me. It was a bit of a hectic lap one, to be honest. I thought I was going to drop back a couple of positions because I was on the hards. Thought the people behind me on the mediums would have had an advantage, but I got a pretty good launch and I got sandwiched at the start. I think it was Boxel on my inside. I don't know who was on my outside, but I thought I had damage then because the car was quite understeery the first couple of laps, but then I just realised it was the tyres weren't up to temp properly, so thankfully I didn't get damaged then. But yeah, just taking my time, picking cars off one by one. I think there was a time when Toinkling went for a move on Max, Menace Max, and I said to James, I said, watch this, I'm going to get one of them here. And just as Toinkling goes up the inside of Max, I managed to just sneak my way through and get past. So I think it was just a race of taking the drivers out one by one, not literally taking out one by one, but getting past them one by one and yeah, just making the moves count whenever possible. The overcut hopefully, well, I mean, it did kind of work because I just jumped onto the back of the train. But then, yeah, like I said, getting the wing damage definitely hampered the pace because I feel like I could have gotten to the lead and drove off. But I'm more than happy getting the win how I did. So yeah.
And there was one other driver that was on the same strategy, Kaz today. Was you concerned about Kaz's pace because he looked quite electric, but unlike yourself, Kaz did struggle to get through the traffic. But how concerned was you when you noticed Kaz was on the same strategy as you?
Yeah, I was concerned from about that 10 onwards, when me and him were battling. To be honest, he had almighty pace today. I've, I know he's been racing quite a lot here, but I've never really seen him that quick up the top. So yeah, GG to him. He was really worrying, to be honest. And unfortunately, just as I'd come out the pits and he was on behind the hard runners, he turned into a lawnmower and decided to cut some grass. So that cost us a bit of time. But then I think he got a bit. I think the pressure came to him a little bit, and I think he spun. But it was a great battle with Kaz, to be fair, that first stint.
And moving on, I think it's Japan in a week's time. Then you've got 2 wins so far this season. You've had a very strong start to the season, and you're leading the championship at this early stage. Can you take solace in that, or can you use this as momentum going into Japan?
I think I can use the momentum. I've never really disliked Japan, to be honest. So I think it'll be a good track for me. I think I've won round here before. So I think I may have finished on the podium a couple of times. So I do really like Japan, but I mean, when you've got a grid like we have, it's just you can't really call for who's going to win. I mean, you've got myself, Sam, Troy, Gernman, yeah, Boxtel. I mean, I could just go on and on and on. So it's just really a race of right place, right time, like myself today. But yeah, like I said, the championship it's a long battle, longest calendar in ALR history. So I think take it one race by the time at the moment, and then towards the midpoint of the season, whoever's on top then can really try and get one grasp on the championship.
Really good stuff. Well, I'd say, Percy, your 19th Grand Prix win of your career. Fantastic. And your second win in 3 races. What start to the season? Superb stuff indeed. And we're going to be leaving it there for Australia then. Tomorrow night it's silver. Then we've got bronze on Tuesday night. And of course, it's the 100% as well on Wednesday as well, which is all good stuff indeed then. So fantastic stuff. That is it then for gold tonight. Absolutely brilliant race there, wasn't it? There 6 cars fighting for that win there right until the very end then, of course. But it is Percy who came out on top then with a superb win. But Sam Swift, the defending world champion, is hot on his heels with his second position today. Menace getting his first podium of his career as well. Hats off to those 3. Brilliant stuff indeed. See you on Tuesday. Nosy will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.